Okay. All right, there we go. All right, Shalom, brothers. All right, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopefully elect out there. All right, this lesson is entitled Second Esdras, or what does Second Esdras chapter 8:43 mean? Okay, it's from the comment board from a question from a brother. I see the brother on the comment board. Let me just say this to begin with. A lot of times you brothers are isolating a particular verse, but you have to read what the apostles taught us when you read the scriptures to read in context. You read a few verses above, you read a few verses below. Typically, you can get the idea of what's going on in the story that you're reading. A lot of people, not this brother, but a lot of people, some people take precept upon precept, line upon line, too literal. You think you can't read nothing out of the Bible unless you read this verse, and you read a verse from over here. That's not true. We just went over that in the lesson over the weekend. There was a sister that had a question. She asked, when I study, if I don't study precept upon precept, line upon line, am I going off? And the answer was no, you're not going off. Because sometimes you have to read particular stories in order to get the understanding of what's even going on, right? And this situation is kind of like unto that. You have to make sure that when you're reading, you ain't just taking and seeing something that's not there, or making a verse be, too deep or whatever. You got to watch out. That deep demon is out there, man. I can foresee it getting people, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Let's just read the comment, then we'll read and get into it. Shalom, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabbarakathum to all the apostles, elders, Akim, and Akwath out there. All right. So this is from, as a matter of fact, this is from that lesson, or from one of the lessons over the weekend. The live stream was entitled Heathens Will Not Be Immortal / blue letter, with the subtopic of questions, right? So from the comment board, the brother said Shalom, and he gave the salute, and he said, I had a question, Lord willing, you can help. And then he put 2 Esdras 8:43, like as the husbandman's seed perisheth, if it come not up, and receive not thy rain in due season, or if there come too much rain and corrupt it, what does this mean? If it receive not the rain in due season, and if there is too much rain and corrupt it. Salakia, if this is off topic, Lord willing, you can help. And all I did was just went right to the verse and I read it. I read a few verses up and a few verses down, and it reveals itself right in the chapter what it's talking about. All right. You got to learn, you brothers out there. I mean, it ain't no hassle for us to do these lessons, but a lot of these questions you can answer yourself. This one was pretty straightforward. I mean, you're going to see that when we read this. Now, while some scriptures are allegory, they have allegories in them, but even then it reveals itself about what's written. Now, when you read at the top of this chapter, 2 Esdras chapter 8, listen to what's said. And he answered me, saying, the Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few. What's being said right here? This world is for, you see billions and billions of people here. But of this planet, of particularly Babylon the Great, only the elect is going to be saved, man. Right? He goes on, he says, I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much mold whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of, even so is the course of this present world. Meaning what? When you look around, you see a lot of people that's just regular, they're just normal, even among Israel, but there's very little of that gold, that elect. Verse 3 says, there be many created, but few saved. It explains it right there. Now, not what the brother asked, but in what's in verse 1 and 2. 2 and 3 explain itself. Now, in this whole chapter, Esdras was going back and forth with one of the angels, right? Let's go down to what the brother asked about. Let's read what his question, his verse first. Then we'll read around it. So in verse 43, like as the husbandman's seed perisheth, if it come not up and receive not thy rain in due season, or if there come too much rain and corrupt it. That really is a verse plucked out of a complete thought. It's hard to understand just that. But let's read up and let's find out. It explains itself. Let's go around about verse 2Esdras chapter 8. I'm just going to jump in here at verse 37, I believe. Just hold tight. Yeah, I'll start at verse 37. All right, listen. And let me unplug this battery because I can see the phone already getting jittery. I don't want it to get hot because it'll start buffering. All right, so here it says, 2Esdras 8:37. We're going to read down up a few verses and then pass it. It's going to explain itself. Then answered he me and said, some things hast thou spoken aright, according unto thy words it shall be. For indeed I will not think on the disposition of them which have sinned before death, before judgment, before destruction, but I will rejoice over the disposition of the righteous, and I will remember also their pilgrimage, and the salvation and reward that they shall have. Right? He's going to think about the elect. He ain't going to think about all the Israelites. It's going, just like the Lord told us, be not concerned with them that perish, right? He said another scripture, and I'm paraphrasing. I can't say it exactly how it's written, but we should think about those that be saved, not them that's going to be destroyed, man. Verse 40, like as I have spoken now, so shall it come to pass. For as the husbandman soweth much seed upon the ground, and planteth many trees, and yet the thing that is sown good in his season cometh not up, neither doth all that is planted take root. Even so is it of them that are sown in the world, they shall not all be saved. It's revealed right there. The Lord is saying it in a parabolic form. What is a husbandman? A husbandman is one that grows, that plants a field, a tiller of the ground, right? And we're going to get a few of these scriptures. Yahushua said, my father is the husbandman. The Most High is the husbandman, right? Yahushua is the vine with the branches. See? Also, it says, the sower soweth the word, the good seed of the children of the kingdom. This is just parabolic words. Let's read that again. For like as the husbandman soweth much seed upon the ground. See, he's using farming analogies, but then he gives you what's being revealed at the end right there. For as the husbandman soweth much seed upon the ground, and planteth many trees, and yet the thing that is sown good in his season cometh not up, neither doth all that is planted take root. Even so is it of them that are sown in the world, they shall not all be saved. There's the point. Everybody ain't going to be saved. Now, Esdras kind of repeats what the Most High said, but then he makes his own point. Verse 42, and I'm saying the Most High because the Most High spoke through the angel. Verse 42, I answered then and said, if I have found grace, let me speak. This is Esdras. Now verse 43, like as the husbandman's seed perisheth, and cometh not up, and receiveth not thy rain in due season, or if there come too much rain and corrupt it, it's a continuation. Even so perisheth man also, which is formed with thy hands, and is called thine own image, because thou art like unto him, for whose sake thou hast made all things, and likened him unto the husbandman's seed. Did you hear that? 44 explained. 44 and 43 is meant to be read together, not one by itself. Now, in reality, he says it at the end. He says, and then going on to 45, be not wroth with us, but spare thy people, and have mercy upon thine own inheritance, for thou art merciful unto thy creature. Right? So it was already revealed up top in the verses above 43. The Most High said, they shall not all be saved, or it was said through the angel, they shall not all be saved. That's all that was really being said right there. It wasn't no deep mystery in verse 43. When he said in 43, his husbandman's seed perisheth not. The seed is the people, right? Now, in reality, if you want to just pluck 43 out of it, you can look at it. It says, like as the husbandman's seed perishes. What happens when seeds are planted, right? If it come not up, if a seed is planted and it doesn't come up, then the seed just perish, man. I'm saying it in farming terms. And receiveth not thy rain in due season, or if there come too much rain and corrupted. When you plant seeds in the ground, seeds need soil, they need water to grow, right? When you have newly planted seeds in the earth, if it be an abundance of rain and it wash away the soil, if erosion occurs and it washes away the soil, how can the seed grow? And you know, just putting it in that world. But in terms of the question that the brother asked, there was no hidden meaning. There's no deep meaning to it. The Lord revealed it up